Welcome back, everybody. Did you hear? Bringing more V-Pets. Well, we got some evolutions going on today, or I guess they are called evolutions. That's the same. That doesn't change depending on the V-Pet. So let's get into it. I saved some of them for you. Here you can see them. This one, I'm not sure what the angel is called, but the sprite looks awesome. Like, I know I've seen that one on the anime. I just don't know its name. You can let me know in the comments, or I'll have it on the screen with the side-by-side picture from the anime. Cool looking. I don't know what else to say about it. I'll show you the animation it makes when it's hungry or it's not. Let's see. So to do that, what you couldn't show you really yesterday, you go to this far right button here. So here's kind of a sad, angry tone, and you got the little kind of bird bubble, angry bubble on the side. That means it's hungry. So you hit the left button, go here, energy, and feed it some energy, which I'm not sure what they're actually eating. And I'm still not too sure exactly if I need to feed it both things, so I'm just feeding it both things. I'm assuming one is a snack and one is like a treat kind of thing, a sweet treat. That's what I think Tamagotchis had before. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure the differences between the two because I was never really too into Tamagotchi, so I don't know the difference. Compared to Digimon, though, you had your meat and you had your proteins. The proteins help improve your strength or keep up your strength stat bar, and then could also kind of be used instead of doing trainings. Of course, this game doesn't exactly have trainings. They had some mini games instead, which is the same thing technically in a way, just packaged differently. So yeah, we have this. Now let's show you when it's happy, when it's full. Let's tilt its face mask. There you go. And now it's good to go for a while. It'll beep at you when it's hungry again, and that's the only way as far as I can tell. Over here on these two, so on the red one, the Ray one and the Asuka one, I did get the same thing because I didn't train or play too many of the mini games. That seems to be what makes the difference. I did get a camera stay kind of on all of them because on the first night, when they're still the actual baby fetus, I didn't realize they went to sleep at 8 p.m. and I was still working. And then I guess maybe I missed the timing. I'm not sure. This is all just kind of conjecture because I don't know if there's camera stakes at all on these. And so that's how I assume they would get camera stake, but I'm not sure again. And then feeding, I'm not too regular with it because sometimes I don't know how long of a window you have to feed them. So that's how I end up these. And again, this staticky kind of background there, that's like, I guess, their poop, their kind of version of the poop you got to clean up. To clean it up is very simple. All you do is when you see it, just press the left button here, and then they'll get a bubble and they get some musical notes. It looks like kind of musical notes or bubbles. Anyways, and then they're happy. Let's see if it's hungry. Yep, it's definitely hungry. So we'll get over here. Energy. The Asuka one is the one who seems to be this specific one that I have here. The button seems to be a little bit harder, maybe because I don't use this one as much. I tried not to feed it as much, so I could just try to see if I can get something different. So yeah, that's why that one feels tougher. This one, straight out of the box, felt really good. Of course, you can see this one I played the most games on. It turned into something different. I think I've seen, not the anime version of this one. I know it's in the anime, but I haven't seen that. I've seen like someone do kind of a stop motion video with them. But let's clean that poop up, or clear out the garbage, the noise. I love how it dance. Strike a pose, or do some jumping jacks. All right. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yay. Alright. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't know how long they live for. I don't know if we get something else, like, do they just go on for a few days? I'll have to ask around, because if they don't, because I've heard that nanos, they don't really have a whole lot of different forms. They have like a few stages only, compared to like, Tamagotchis and Digimon, where they have multiple forms and stages to get to. These don't necessarily have that, I feel, or I've heard too. So I'll have to ask around for that. Some things I've noticed though. They pick up dust really easily. The screen picks up dust way more easily and way more noticeable than any of the other V-Pets I own. And also, if you notice, the screen is set really low into there. Like, look how deep it is. I mean, maybe it just, I don't know. I can't think of the word. But it looks like it's angled down super far compared to like some of the other V-pads. Like this one, like it's pretty much right there. Like you're not digging that deep into the screen. This one appears to be some kind of glass, and then you have this glass or plastic, and then you have the actual screen set much farther down below that. As far as everything else goes, oh, and the screen, this one I noticed, because this one I used a little bit more. You might not be able to tell, but I feel like I've gotten a few scratches on the screen itself. Like I've been really extra careful of them, and the other ones don't seem to show any of that sign at all. It's just this one, because I use that one the most, and it usually sits on top of all the other ones when I put it in my little carrying pouch. But I'm not sure how that happened, unless it's just super weak, and if I use a piece of cloth or brush to kind of wipe the screen off. Yeah, let's see, anything else? Ooh, I did over here, or have from Homulos. He's talking in Discord. He said he was confirmed by a fan, a Digimon V-Pet fan, that the new V-Pets will be listed, or are listed in the system at GameStops in the US. So, as far as I know, that sounds great. Can't wait for them to come out. Again, the first wave of them when they came out in the US, they had a release date, but then the release date was kind of random, because it's not like a game, like an actual video game. Because when there's a video game and there's a release date, you know, they're there on that day. They will be there on that date. But the V-Pats are kind of like more like toys, and they just show up whenever they show up. Like that day, that listed date would be, you know, the first day probably when they would come out. But if they don't get there, that's just because it's just a distribution issue. They're not really up to superb service with that, I guess. So if it's like any other thing, though, just pretty much like anything, you can pre-order at GameStop. You can just put some money down, and then that'll be a good way to get it too. Because most stores might not necessarily get them, or might not get enough of them. But if you pre-order, that will usually dictate that, or maybe make it for sure that you would get one. Of course, probably still wait for the Amazon listing, which should probably come later. We'll have to wait and see if anything happens to the GameStop one. So take that with a grain of salt. Could be anything right now. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Keep saying that. I don't know what else to say. It just sounds like such a nice finisher. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And as always, don't forget to feed your pets. Peace.